Blog Talk Radio.
Live to tape from Providence, Rhode Island, it's the TiVoMike Show, where sin is dumb, grace is king, and die to self has taken the place of YOLO as the life motto of choice. I'm your host, Michael TiVoMike Jefferson.
And I'm entertainment guru, Mike Warner. Thank you for joining us, Saints. We're so glad you're here.
And aren't you glad to be here?
That's right.
Of course you is. We got stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about a Oma and a Rosa. We're going to talk about it all today. We're going to talk about how the man in the White House made this song famous. Because it's Money Monday. Is that the most important thing in life? Yeah, right. That's why you go to work every day and leave your kids and go on with the traffic and all that so you can get love.
Yeah.
Child, to get money.
If it was up to kids, you'd be home broke in a cardboard box.
That's right. But because you don't live in an asshole country, you go to work for a paycheck.
Right. I'm going to go in for some overtime. What's overtime? I was like, I'm going to work on Sunday.
Yes.
You never work on Sunday. I'm like, I know, but don't you want nice things? And she's like,
right.
No.
Oh.
I was like, don't you want the birthday party? We could just have cake.
Aww.
I'm like,
you should have said, don't you want peace of mind? And she would say yes.
She was like,
good.
What? What's peace of mind? Then?
Yeah. Well, let me go and get it and I'll show you. Because, honey, it's cold outside.
Well, not today.
Not today. We have heat. Push the button. No, not the Samsung, honey. Put that down. All right. It's Samsung and Oprah every week,
listen,
I tell you.
The day Samsung gives you a free phone, I'm going to laugh because you don't ever turn away nothing free.
I really
So when
won't.
they give it to you,
I'll
you're going to put the apple down and you'll be like...
Yeah. I'll say, does it come with an extinguisher? Is that an app? You download it from the app store. So it'll be fun. So today, we're talking about middle class. No, don't turn off. Don't get excited, people. But the middle class. We want to expose it. I know if there's a young Negro in Tucson, Arizona, listening to this, and this is going to set his life trajectory ridiculously high up there.
Okay.
If he hears this message. I'm talking to the younger me who wishes
someone would have went over this.
My teacher. And I had great teachers.
If you think about it, though, poverty then was not this low.
What was it?
Back then, the numbers for middle class probably weren't this high.
That's probably true.
Think about it.
But they didn't tell me what the numbers were.
Well, they never did.
A teacher should have. Teacher should have said, I noticed you're here before we are.
Teachers are not going to tell you that.
I noticed you say after we leave.
Yeah, but you know they're not going to tell you that? Because then you don't know where they at.
Yeah, that's fine.
They don't want you to know where they at.
The closest I got, speaking of a teacher, was my professor in college, who I'm having the revelation he had. I should have asked him then. He said he thought he was doing well finally because he was putting 2 kids. He's a brother. He's putting 2 kids, his 2 sons, through school. He's paying their whole ride.
Yeah.
And he's a professor at Johnson & Wales. And he said he saw in the paper about middle class, about the classes.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was shocked to find out I'm middle class. I got a doctorate in this and thatology and oology and abology. He had whatever it was. And a brother was middle class. And I just remember thinking, okay. Whatever. It didn't click. I should have. He would have told me.
He would have.
I said, how much you make it that's middle class? He probably would have said $112,000. Because let me tell you, did you know that, America? Ooh. Did you know that when they're talking about the struggling middle class who desperately needs a tax break, who can't pay for their kids' college, do you know they're talking about people making $112,400? Do you know that they encompass that? And I had another aha moment.
Crazy.
When I was looking at the lower and the middle and the upper, I said, wait a minute. The number 75 is right smack in the middle. That's why on the tax break thing they said, for a family to make $75,000, they're going to get this much back. They didn't pull that out of their butt.
Yes.
They knew that's the, thank you, they know that's the middle class.
Yes.
Did you hear that, America? Black boy in Tucson, Arizona, who's 16, getting ready to work for Palo Verde High School. Do you know that? Before you say sure to the, what's the minimum wage now? $9 or
11.
whatever. 11?
In Rhode Island, well, no. CVS is doing theirs at 11. I think Rhode Island's like $10.50.
Wow, that's pretty good. So that kid out there, he's going, woo, I'm making $10.50. Yeah, ask for a raise. What you need to do is go to school for a job that gets you what you want to do in life, obviously. So pick it based on that. Pick your calling, go do your thing, because you don't want to get to the end, get to the gate. And he tells you it was very nice, the bracket you're in, but you didn't do not one thing I told you to do. Yeah. So you go to the place. And I'll give you a hint, and it ain't on NBC either. Because there's plenty of blacks in that place. And whites, too. But I'm just saying, they there in all other religions. Yes. So they're all there. So here are the numbers. I think it just inspire you to look at your career choice, look at your calling, and how to set your sight high for yourself. And it's not for greed, for those who think it's about greed. Because really, greedy are those who make less than this, probably, too, who just get into debt. See, when you get into debt, that's greed. You're saying, I want the thing so much, I don't care that I don't have the cash. Mm-hmm. So that's greed. Greed isn't pay me more money. Yeah. That ain't greed. That's called because I don't want to get into debt. When I go buy that car, when I go buy that sofa, when I go buy those dishes, when I go buy the toothpaste. So, boom, shakala. Here it is, people. This is going to bless people, Mike. I know this is going to bless people. The lower middle class in Rhode Island. These are only for Rhode Island people, so
look it up in your state.
Yeah, look it up for your old state. Rhode Island's the saddest. So where everything else is probably higher.
California's probably the saddest.
Oh my Lord!
Because they charge so much.
I think 4.2 million is lower middle class in California. You're gonna have to probably live with Kanye and them. And by his, that's why he's selling his sneakers out of his closet. Yeezy, get over here. How much you gonna charge? I don't know. We got to pay electric bill. How much electric bill? $600. So I hear his shoes are expensive. That's why. Okay, so lower, because he sells like 2 a year. Yeah. So the lower middle class makes $37,473 all the way to $62,448.75. I want you to really get this because I think numbers matter. Money is great. And let me tell you something about me. I grew up poor and spent most of my adult life poor. And it's a blessing to me. I don't say it with a tear and let's have, tea and crumpets and I explain my whole saga. I didn't even know I was poor until I saw the rich kids. I said, how come we don't have a swimming pool? She goes, we do. It's just for everybody. So, I was like, oh, okay, fine. I actually felt bad for them. I go, that's kind of lonely. You just swim by yourself? That's all right. That's kind of sad. Nobody watches you drown? Really? It's just your mom and, okay. Oh, and your dad. They're both there. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that's what it is. But I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying it was actually a good thing because now I can make it on anything. Yes. And if you pay me 2 dust mites per week, I'm still on that Uber. You're like, how do you afford Uber or 2 dust mites a week? Trust me, I figured out a way to finagle the app to take the mites away from the app. I can't even do it. I figured it out. But if you know that these are the numbers, then you'll learn to expect more. I think the horizon for us needs to change. And it started with me when I was listening to Dave Ramsey. Before I heard him, I would always tell people, and Entertainment Guru can attest to it, I always told people you're not a victim, and you have no excuse to be in a financial situation you're in. You just simply, live on less than you make. That's it. And I was a king at that. If you made $20,000 a year, if you made $15,000 a year, then live on $10,000.
He was a king at it too.
Yeah, I was living low, like I was doing a rap song. That's how low I was. Get low.
Hit that Flow Rider.
Flow Rider. Take off in London and up in Dubai. I love that song. Love it. I wasn't in Dubai or London. I just saw them on the Travel Channel that I was able to log into because the Entertainment Guru's password. So let me tell you this. What happened was I was looking there, and I was on the radio app listening to Dave Ramsey.
Okay.
And he was giving advice to some woman. She was out in California making 30 whatever thousand. I think she was making like a $35,000 a year.
Yeah.
And at that time, that's what I was making. So I said, I kind of was relating. I was like, well, I was making less. I think I was making like 33 at that time. And I was like, okay, I'm making 33. Right, because doing something. So we're at 33, and I'm like, that's fine, 33,000.
Yeah.
So I go, okay. And I'm waiting for his advice to be my advice. Well, you got to cut back. Better be on beans and rice and beans, child, and make it happen or move. Because I ain't going nowhere near California, especially now that I found that I'm lower middle class here. So anyway, they'd be like, "Oh, you're working poor here." I make $4.2 million. I know it's tough market. So
tough market was indeed.
Tough. He had no advice for her. He got quiet on the radio.
Wow.
So you be heard. Say. So what do I do?
So what do I do?
And I'm Dave. So say it again.
So what do I do?
You need to make more money. Our next call.
Oh my gosh! That's all he said.
He didn't just say that, but that's what I heard.
Oh my gosh!
He did.
Wow, he got cold.
He did get, but it was cold because he goes, "You have to make more money." And he paused. And she was like, "Oh." He was like, "Yeah, you need a career track." And he goes, "You just gave me the numbers. You're right. With all I can say is I can agree with you. You can't pay your bills." He goes, "I'm shocked you're doing okay now.
Wow.
How you pay your bills now?" He goes, anyway, here. What are you good at? He did a career thing for her right over the phone. What are you in school for? I think she was getting lesbian dance theory or something, some dumb degree that don't mean anything. He's like, you got to switch that. You need a real degree. The only job you can get with that degree is to teach it at a college to other people getting that degree. And they can only get a job if they teach it. That's one of those dumb degrees. You can't have lesbian dance theory or underwater basket weaving. But I got a bachelor's in it. Oh, yeah.
So he tell you to get a job at the strip club?
Right. Right. At least they have a 401k thong. What you need to do, though, is think of this. And he, gave her away. He goes, you need to make more. You're in California. He goes, you need to figure out a way where a year from now you're making 80, 90, 100,000 a year. You got to get out of this. So let's make a plan. You got to, look at the job you want to have and look at the requirements. It's just work backwards.
Yes.
You need to get your certification in this. You need to take this particular class. And he goes, a year from now, he goes, because of you just have an income problem. You're not living crazy. He goes, if you made an extra $1,000 a month, that would change your life. And she was like, yeah. He goes, so all you got to do is more. And I'll never forget, I didn't watch the rest of the episode. That floored me. I had never... It's so funny how people can live a certain way all their life and never know it. It had never even occurred to me to go to the place of saying you need to increase your income. I mean, for all the big dreaming I do, the plane and the mansion, in my mind, I never thought, how do I increase my income? Like that, it was a way. I was so blessed with $18,000 a year. How could I complain? Well, because you lower. So
$18,000, you was not even in middle class.
No, I was nowhere. I was sweeping the floor for the poor. I should have been a recipient of the 80 cents a day.
Yes.
So when we come back, we'll be back, because at that time, we'll be back.
You can't love me, no. You can't love me, no. You can't, no.
Throughout history, in every age, mankind has sought to know and understand who God is and what He is like. Some have thought of God as a distant being, detached from life on earth and known by beliefs and traditions designed to reinforce that distance. Some have thought of God as a cosmic rule enforcer who enjoys punishing those who break His rules. Some have even thought of themselves as God, either by a delusion of pride or by believing that God is everything. But all of these ideas were pure guesswork. To really know and understand God, He would need to show Himself to us. And that's exactly what He did in Jesus Christ. The book of Colossians tells us, in Christ, all the fullness of the deity lives in bodily form. This means that we no longer begin with our own ideas of God and try to fit Jesus into them. Now we begin with Jesus, and our understanding of God forms around Him. The life of Jesus shows us all the characteristics of God that we always wanted to know. Jesus shows us the wisdom of God. Jesus shows us the righteousness of God. Jesus shows us the truth of God. And on the cross, Jesus shows us the love of God.
Welcome back to the TiVoMike Lower Middle Class Show.
I can't.
Hey, man.
Don't forget the emphasis on middle class, guys.
Yeah, exactly. But guess what? On the podcast, we are the #1 and fastest growing pop culture fused Godcast in the nation.
That's right.
That's exciting stuff. So,
you catch us Monday through
wow,
Friday. Live Talk Radio. Don't forget it.
That's right. Tell it now. And subscribe to us on all the stuff.
2 p.m.?
2 p.m. every day.
That's right.
Eastern. So if you're Western, tough. I mean, with these numbers, we must be making what Monique is making.
Probably.
Monique is lower middle class, y'all. So I'm not going to hate on her no more. I'm not. She understands.
If I was lower middle class, which I am, and someone said, I'm going to give you $500,000 to stand up with a microphone and pretend to be funny.
Whoa.
Guess what?
Did you guys catch that shade?
I'm going to be up there. Because I haven't seen her in a while, so I can't say she's funny. She ain't done nothing but curse all her blessings.
I've seen her. She hasn't seen herself in a while either.
What I will say is this, right? So, like Mike said, we had those blessings. So we had those those messages we got where it was like, get your income up.
Yes.
So we spent a lot of time talking about that last year, right? And I'll tell you, I'm picky. So let's just start that right there. I'm a picky increase your income person.
Yes.
I'm going to increase my income, but it's on my terms.
Right. There you go.
So I do bartend one night a week.
Good.
I may do a second night.
Yes.
But they're conflicting with like TV, and I watch my stuff live. If I could break the watching live,
right,
I think I'd be okay.
Right, exactly.
But it's just so hard to break something you love so much.
It really is, especially for a job you don't really like more than the show you do watching.
And then so I was thinking about even maybe going back to my previous alma mater at McDonald's.
Right.
But you know why I didn't do that? It's because when I looked up the money, even if I took the $15 an hour they would be willing to give me, blah, 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 after taxes and everything, I might break $150 working 2 8-hour shifts.
Wait, say that again?
After taxes, because I wouldn't claim anything on those taxes. Like that would be my zero claim, because I don't want the government to come after me at the end of the year for money. So I was looking at it, and even if I work, because I was only thinking about doing 16 hours a week.
Right.
So that would give me a decent before tax amount. But after taxes, it might be like $150 to $200.
Right.
And I'm just way more valuable than that. Like I looked at it, it was like, you know what? It's not even worth it.
Exactly. It's not worth it, because in Rhode Island, to be considered upper class, we have to make $121,400. So that's my new goal.
Yeah.
And here's why. Before all you think I'm bougie, the answer is yes, I am bougie. But we have serious wealth to create.
Yes.
Because if you haven't read the news lately, Mr. and Mrs. I Don't Read American, even though I'm talking about other S-hole countries, they can read, though.
Yeah.
And their books they read say U.S. left, and they get here. They can read a map. They can read a border. They can read the land in Mexico. And they get their butt here. You don't even know where Connecticut is. Took me 4 minutes to locate Rhode Island on this stupid thing. Now, my point is, it's good to be American.
Yeah.
You need serious wealth for family.
Yes.
When you get old, it gets expensive to walk. Why? Because you slip on dust. You break a hip. You go to the, I almost said to the store, to the
hospital.
Doctor, thank you, and they fix it up, and it's covered by your old people policy, at your work. Maybe you're still working at that point, and now you're not anymore because you lost your hip, and you're off for 6 months recovering. And out of that, you still had a deductible of $6,000. And all of a sudden, you can't just write a check and just pay $6,000. Well, why not? You old. What have you been doing all your life? Then you get really old, and now you're 80-something. And you're like, I thought I'd be dead already. Thought a cop would have stopped me for, a bad move on the car and stop me because my.
It's 2018. Leave
that's
that
right. That's not happening anymore.
I can't.
We're so beyond it.
It's beyond it. We haven't seen no new stories.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We got faster. So we do these wonderful things, and you need your income. And what happens as you get older, they call the sandwich generation, where your kids are at a teenage years, and that's expensive because they're getting ready to go to school, getting their first car, etc. And then you start taking care of your parents in their old age.
Yes.
So now you're taking care of 2 households. And it gets expensive. So think about it. If you're already only making $60, and after taxes taking home $40, and your bills are just regular to get by bills is eating up about 30-something of that. You had about $5,000, free up money for the year. But out of that, you went on birthday present gifts. You went on vacation. So that money's gone. So where's the money for the kids' new car, for your parents' house payment or electric bill or whatever? You need to have wealth, because the plan is 15% of your money, the money you put in, needs to be invested. And you know how the thing went down 1,000 points in a day? That means it's on sale. It's on clearance. So if you had money, you could pump it in right now. You could buy a whole lot more Amazon stocks. You could buy a whole lot more. Samsung stocks are on fire. You can buy more Apple stocks because it's all going down. And then when it goes back up, because it will, it's the stock market, it goes up, and then what?
Down.
Then it goes
up again.
Then it goes
to the middle.
There you go. So this ain't that hard, people. This ain't rocket scientists. See, I messed it up on purpose.
I can't.
So you buy, but you can't put 15 anything in there if you regular.
Yeah. Because
you're eating up what you're having, and what you're having, you're not even you're not even living luxuriously.
Exactly.
So there's a reason this is called middle class. 112.4 is get by money. Now it doesn't seem like it's get by money, because we never had 112 nothing.
Exactly.
But think about everything that was, what's it called when someone else helps you? Subsidized.
Yes.
All of the things before you say, but no, we didn't have anywhere, and we lived okay. Think about it. Everything you had was subsidized. I grew up, our rent was subsidized. The apartment that we stayed in was a 2-bedroom apartment, I believe. I think the real payment on that thing at that time in the 80s or 90s, whenever we were there, that would have been like $1,000 a month. I think my mom was paying $50 a month. So someone else was paying the $9.50 for us. When we got free food, we got free milk, even though it was powder and we had to mix it up. It was still milk, but it was free. It wasn't free to the people who boxed it, to the people who shipped it, to the people who made it. Someone else paid for that. So when we think, 112, man, I wouldn't, no, you need to make that to live unsubsidized anything.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you are in middle class, something in your life is being subsidized. You're getting free food or like a cut of food, cut of rent, cut off health insurance. I mean, now health insurance, because I'm now in the department I'm in, I now really see the numbers. A lot of people making this kind of money are getting subsidized health care. The state's helping this. They got the kids covered on that. The mom's this. Why? Did you ever think why? Because you're only middle class. So you have to really honestly take a look at what it really costs to live good.
Yeah.
Like, plain.
Well, the other thing is, too, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all guilty of it, but living in your wage.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you really take the time to look at your wage and what it means, and I'm talking about your net, not your gross.
Exactly.
Live in your net. And I know it's going to suck, it's going to feel different, but think if you can get your life that simple, that on time, on purpose, before the month begins.
Before the month begins. Tell it, brother.
You'll be all set because it's going to be a lifestyle change.
Yep.
But when you realize how great you can do it.
And stuff is going to be subsidized because you broke.
No, but I mean, even if you live
stuff is going to be subsidized.
It is. It will be.
Unless you're making 112, I now call it, something's being subsidized.
You're right about that, yeah. But if you start living that way, your life will get a little easier. So this is when you start making money, it won't be, I can't save. It's impossible.
Right.
Because you're already not living on the most of your money.
Exactly.
I got a raise this year. You know where my raise went? I don't know because I don't see it on purpose. I made sure to know, yes, the raise is there, but X amount of dollars is still kicking debt.
Right.
I was excited because I saw my paycheck was putting in more money in my 401k. Everyone's like, well, you increased it? No, but because I put a percentage of my income into my 401k, that percentage went up automatically by itself.
As it should.
And
I
don't
match.
see it, so I'm not hurt by it.
Again, another subsidy. People there, I don't get nothing subsidized. Do you put all the money in your 401k or does your company match? Well, my company match. That's called subsidized.
That's right.
Well, no, everyone does that no matter how much you make. BS.
Not
all
if you're
the executive there, because you priced out of the system, you don't get it subsidized. You can't even put it in. They cut you off. They said you make too much money. You're not even allowed here. They actually have a max for 401k. You know who don't ever meet the max? Middle class.
Yep.
They said all the best things in life are free. They're full of You gotta pay bills. Gotta save for retirement. What are you gonna do? Become a drug dealer? Sell your kidney? You gotta get real. TiVoMike can help you. TiVoMike's money coaching program will help make more Benjamins and less Jacksons. TiVoMike will help you deal with collectors, pay off debt, and get your life in order. Let TiVoMike show you the money. Visit TiVoMike.com/money right now. That's TiVoMike.com/money.
Give me reason to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones, you won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can
guys, listen. We love you folks. So we only tell you this out of love. There's no judgment here. We broke too.
Right.
We ain't no better. But if I can say something, if TiVoMike can say something that can inspire you to be better,
right,
we'd be remiss not to do so.
Amen.
So, right now, we all in that lower middle class, $62,000 less or less a year. Let's make 2018 the year, guys. Let's break into middle class. 62 plus a year.
Yes.
All right. That's what we really want. We want us all to win together.
Amen. I'm going to make that my goal too. I want to get middle class.
Yeah.
Next year I want to be at upper middle class. And then the next year I want to be upper class.
Boom.
That's my goal.
There you go.
Boom doggle.
That's what we're bringing to you today.
We just moneyed your Monday. Let me tell you this. I pray today's message done blessed you to get out of that class and go to the next.
That's right.
It's called advancement, people. It's sweet. It's not just for the white people. But the way to really do that is to walk daily with the creator of life in all the classes. His name is Christ Jesus. Word up.
All right, guys. As always, you know what to do. Subscribe on iTunes and Google Play. Make sure you rate us. Also, write us if you like us. We need some love, folks. Until next time, Saints, I'm EGMike84 on Twitter. He is TiVoMike on Instagram. And our show, The TiVoMike Show, was on Facebook. Follow us, favorite us, retweet us. Hi, Saints. It's Mike Warner, associate producer and entertainment guru of The TiVoMike Show. And this half hour of the show is over. Thanks for making us one of the top-rated podcasts in the nation. You're one of 5,200 combined weekly listeners on all major podcast platforms. Find a platform that's best for you at TiVoMike.com.